sometimes one of the most powerful things you can say is, I'm sorry, even when you did nothing wrong. Okay, don't wig out. Okay. I want to be really clear about this. This is not about taking blame. This is not about making yourself disempowered. This is not about agreeing with behavior that you don't agree with. It's not about that. This is about emotional intelligence, critical thinking, and influence when you're in a high-pressure conversation where someone's triggered, they're upset, and you're going down a really intense emotional path. We've all been there, right? Whether at work or at home. It's in those moments that the folks that you're interacting with, they're not just reacting to your words, they're reacting to how they feel. And when someone feels dismissed, misunderstood, it escalates and the brain shifts into a threat response. The prefrontal cortex goes, danger, Will Robinson, danger. Reactivity goes up. Listening is non-existent and you're no longer having a conversation. You're just managing emotions, many times from unresolved upset or even past trauma. It's like a pinball machine. Boom, 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 boom. Reactivity back and forth and back and forth. Okay, and research shows that a large percentage of our behavior as humans is unconscious. It's habitual. About 95% of what we do is a habit, and it is hard, okay? And we want to re-engage the prefrontal cortex of our brain and raise awareness. So that's why I'm having this conversation. So by the time someone is reacting to you, their brain has already made a decision about how they feel. That's why logic will never work. Logic does not work here. That's why explaining yourself will never work. You can be done with explaining yourself. And that's why you can be completely spot on, completely correct, and still not be able to be heard yourself. So when you say, I'm sorry, really cool things start to happen. I'm going to give you 3 exact phrases that you're going to practice in repetition. Okay? You're not admitting faults. You're not acknowledging. What you're really doing is you're acknowledging that an emotional experience that's happening in the moment. And that's when real, authentic communication takes place. Because the moment someone feels seen, even just a little bit, their nervous system settles down, right? And when the nervous system settles down, our brains reopen to listening. This is when your emotionally intelligent responses really do make a difference. There are 3 things that are happening here. First, it lowers defensiveness. People don't need, what happens is they don't need to keep pushing, keep fighting, keep antagonizing, keep complaining when they feel acknowledged. The intensity starts to come way down. And second, it keeps you in control. And I like this word here. It keeps you in control of yourself. You're not reacting to their emotions. You are guiding the interaction. And that's deeply empowering with those closest to you and a great strategy for those of us in positions of leadership. And third, it opens the door to real communication. Now you can actually have the conversation that matters, because many times you don't even get to that conversation. The actual issue gets addressed. Yay! Okay. And this is where a lot of us get it wrong. We think that saying, I'm sorry means you did something wrong. But in this context, it means, I see what's happening here, and I'm going to engage the prefrontal cortex of my brain and really cause something significant and beautiful here. So here are the 3 great phrases for I'm sorry. I love to give advice of putting it on a Post-it note. Put it on a Post-it note, put it on your computer, because repetition is what has you become masterful at it. And it's kind of like when you're buying a car, before you buy it, you start seeing the car everywhere. And having these little Post-it notes, these little reminders, help you re-engage and fall out of that 95% of unconsciousness, because you're raising awareness, right? Okay? So here's a few of them. I'm sorry, this feels so frustrating. I'm sorry, this feels so frustrating. I'm sorry we're not aligned yet. I like that one. I'm sorry this is landing off. I'm sorry this is landing disconnected. Those are great. And I want you to notice what's not happening. You're not blaming yourself because you didn't do anything wrong, right? You're not agreeing with something that isn't true because you're not. You're not giving up your authenticity, your voice. And sometimes it might even be your position, especially at work. You're not giving those up. You're simply recognizing and actually seeing the other person. Yay! People just want to be seen, heard, and validated. That's what people really, really want. And when you practice this, the entire dynamic shifts, right? You don't need perfect words. Perfect words do not matter. People don't remember those. They remember how they felt in the interaction. What's that Dr. Maya Angelou quote? People don't remember what you said. They remember how they felt, right? And when you can regulate you in that moment without going into a pinball machine, when you can stay grounded, when you can acknowledge what's happening in the moment without losing yourself or abandoning yourself, right? Or going in that deep emotional abyss. Believe me, I've been there many times. You're not just managing a difficult conversation, you're guiding connection. You're guiding the conversation. You're guiding, leading them at work even. And for our most precious relationships, you're deeply loving them. It's a very loving act to do this and to practice this skill. And that's where communication causes miracles. Mwah! Sharon Yan.